Alright, we're live. Tier 2 racing here at Abu Dhabi. This is not the final race of the season. This is actually the halfway point of the season. We're here for race 6 out of 12 in season 6. Qualifying now underway. We got several people out on the track taking laps. It looks like the first will be Chaos Druid. Currently on the long back stretch. Right along here. Chaos goes a little wide coming to the finish line, but it didn't invalidate. And Haste Grand sets the time right behind him. That is our provisional pole as of right now. Got so almost everybody on the track, so should be seeing a lot of times coming in hot and fast here. There's our points leader, Ramsey, to the top of the board, 124.4. We're watching Mark Cognito there. See, invalidates his lap. So we'll have to come back around and try that again. And Sheriff Chef goes to the top of the board with a 124.3. Just beats Ramsey by about a tenth of a second there. Not sure if any of these drivers are on a hot lap right now. It looks like they're all coming back to the pits. It looks like Dookie Hoser elected to run a second lap. Not sure if it was better or not. I didn't see his time, unfortunately, but there he is at a 126.4. Got a couple guys here on out laps. Got Jeffrey RD in the Ferrari, and just Bruno Muppet also in the Ferrari. Looks like we'll be seeing Jeffrey come to the line first to start his lap, so we'll get on board with him. And here comes Jeffrey to start his lap. We'll go ahead and ride along with him. A little rough there going over the curbs. but showing us purple on the track map. A couple of guys on the track right now. We've got a lot of people in the pits having just finished their laps. Soon we'll see some more guys coming out here shortly too. Jeffrey coming around the final couple of corners. Oh, he goes a little bit wide there. He's coming to the line. See where he stacks up. Up to 7th. 125.6. And move on down to Disgruntled Muppet. You know he's on the hot lap. Final corner for Disgruntled Muppet. Crossing the line now. He's up to 10th with a 126.2. Let's see who else we can find here in the midst of the hot lap. Ramsey maybe on the hot lap. At least the starting one. Well, he's invalidated, unfortunately. So, let's see who else we can hop on board with. Let's say Haysbrand maybe on a hot lap. No, that time is definitely not a hot lap time. Showing it's 250 something. So the artist formerly known as Scuderia Shep. Looks like he has just started a lap. Ferrari, nice to get out of the way for him there. You'll love to see it. Looks like he carried good speed through the chicane there. He's on the second long straight. Like a good lap, half a second up on his current time. Let's see where Shep stacks up after this one. That was a good lap. He's up to 2nd with a 124.4, just about half a second, or just about a full second. Sorry, just about a 10th of a second behind Cher Shaft. Oh, and Haysbrand goes to the top of the board, the 124.3. The competition here at the top of Tier 2 is really tight. You've got several guys who run, really close lap times and generally are having good battles on the track with each other. Looks like Sheriff Shaft is on a hot lap. He just set his best Sector 1 time. We'll see what he can do here. The Haas nicely gets out of the way for him. You love to see guys getting out of the way and not impeding hot laps. Cher is about a 10th up on his current time. If he can hold on to that pace, That'd be enough to take provisional pole away from Hasgran. Goes just a bit wide there, but it doesn't invalidate. Still looking good. Comes across the line, and he takes provisional pole by almost 0.2 of a second. Great lap there. We've got H. Ennis out on the track in the Haas, and he's 0.2 up on his current time. Good improvement so far. We'll ride along with him. Believe he's the only person attempting a hot lap at the moment. Got a few guys coming around to the pits. Most of the drivers are currently in the pits. Soon we'll get a big rush of guys out before the end of the session. But right now we got Ennis out in a hot lap, and we'll follow along with him. Up 0.4 through Sector 2. If he can hold on that kind of pace, we'll see him go around the top 5, maybe just outside the top 5. We'll see how the rest of this lap goes. Oh, and he invalidates there just by a little bit, but it's all it takes. The line between a good lap and an invalid lap is very fine. You see him come into the pits. Looks like he'll have time to give this another shot. We've got about 4 minutes left in the session. Looks like this Chrono Muppet is on a hot lap at the moment. We'll see how this goes for the Ferrari driver. See a Mercedes behind him on an outlap. Not sure if that's Scallon or Northern Canuck. Looks like Scallon. Starting to see a flood of guys come on the track to attempt one more qualifying lap here. But for now, we'll watch Disgruntled Muppet, see if he can better his time, and he does. He goes up to 5th place, the 1:25.0. Now we got Northern Canuck out on a lap, Mercedes. Starting to see a bunch of guys come out on the track for their final qualifying laps here. We'll see how track development will impact our times here. Right now Northern Canuck is just a little bit behind his best lap time. Was close there, but it looks like he kept it together. We'll see how this goes. Just a little bit better, but not enough to improve his position. Still in 8th place. We'll see if we can find someone else to ride along with. Looks like our top 3 guys are out on laps. Hasgran up about 0.2 at the moment on his best lap time. That'll put him right in position to potentially take the pole away from Sherishaf. Oh, but Sherishaf is also up 0.2 through Sector 1, so got some great laps going here. Ramsey up 0.1 on his best time through Sector 1. Or is that 3 thousandths. Time just kind of switched on me there, so I'm not really sure what's going on. Shep coming to the line. He improves by... It's hard to tell what's going on with these times. It said he improved by 7/10 of a second, but his position didn't change. He may just be starting his lap here. Hasegran looks like he slowed down a bit. Or did he? You know, I really can't tell. These times seem to do weird things when you shift from driver to driver. So we'll just see what happens here as he comes to the line. It's about 3/10 behind his best lap time, so he'll stay in second for the time being. Now we have Sheriff Shaft here in Sector 3. Ramsey takes provisional pole. Can Sheriff Shaft best that? And yes, he does. The 124.0. He's up by about a little more than 1/10 of a second. Great lap there. Now we have Shep here on a lap in Sector 3. See how this one goes. And he's going to bring it into the pits. So that would be it for Shep. Looks like Jeffrey's on a lap. See if he can improve on 10th place. And no, he's bringing it to the pits. Hasegran Haas, can't tell if he's on a lap or if he's going to be bringing it in. Yeah, this looks like to be his in lap. That time is not a competitive time. I believe we may be done here. I don't know if anyone else is out on a hot lap or not. I'm gonna assume that's not a hot lap since he's out of ERS. I think we're just waiting for guys to bring it into the pits. So it looks like the times we have on the board are going to hold up. Sheriff Shaft, great qualifier here in Tier 2. He's going to take the pole position, start this race from first place, and we'll have the points leader, Ramsey, right beside him in second. Got some great times here. Top 5 within half of a second. Here we go. Sheriff Shaft in first, Ramsey in second, Femi Thrustmaster in third, Hasegran in fourth, AD Shep in fifth, H. Ennis in sixth, Disgruntled Muppet in seventh, Dutch in eighth, Northern Canuck in ninth, and Jeffrey rounds out the top 10. And we'll scroll through the rest of the order here. Should be an exciting race here. These Tier 2 guys always put on a good show, and you know, they're always, you know, super friendly and everything. You know, great group of guys here in Tier 2. Everyone gets along really well. Don't run into many arguments or things like that. So we'll give these guys a chance to set up their strategy, get ready for the race. And hopefully they get a decent amount of time to set up the strategy. Hopefully no one readies up early, but sometimes that happens, and it can create a little bit of excitement trying to rush and get things set up. But hopefully these guys get plenty of time to get everything situated and get ready for today's race. So while we wait for the guys to get ready for the race today, we'll take a look at the current point standings heading into today's race. Ramsey's the points leader. He's up by He's up by exactly 38 points over Sheriff Shaft. He's won 3 races this season. The championship certainly not decided yet, but he's in great position for the rest of the season. But it'd be really interesting to see our top 2 guys in the points starting from the front row here. See what happens. Hopefully they get off to a good start and we can have a clean race between them. But we got Sheriff Shaft in second. He's finished in second place 4 times this season. We'll see if he can make it a 5th, or we'll see if he can maybe pick up that first win of the season. We got Shep in 3rd place, just 8 points behind Sheriff Shaft. Shep won at Spain 2 weeks ago. We got Femi Thrustmaster in 4th place, just a few points behind Shep. He's the he was the winner at Italy earlier this season. Hayescran's in 5th place, 1 podium on the season. So far, this season, throughout the first 5 races, only the first 5 drivers in points have earned a podium. So it's a really tight race between those 5. And we got, a solid group a little bit behind them, but they've been fighting for, 4th, 5th, 6th. We've got Northern Canuck in 6th, S7 Baba Yaga in 7th, Matias Benotto in 8th, TAC Delta in 9th, and Dookie Hoser rounds out the current top 10 in the point standings. Now Sheriff Shaft is leading them on the formation lap. See if everyone can get their tires up to temperature, get ready for this start. Hopefully we have a clean one. Quite a gap there between 2nd and 3rd place. We'll see if they close it up. Take a look at the tire strategies here. Got a solid mix up front. Our front 2 are starting on hards. 3rd and 4th are starting mediums. And got Shep in 5th on the hards. Ennis in 6th in the mediums. We got a bunch of guys on the hards in the midfield. We got our back 3, Chaos Druid, Arcognito, and King Goose starting the mediums. So a good mix of strategy here at the beginning. We'll see how it all plays out. Got our pole sitter Sheriff Shaft coming back to the grid. We'll look to line up nicely here in his starting spot. Looks like he parked it well enough. And the rest of the grid also forming up. Looks like we are just about set here. And here we go. 5 lights, Lights out and away we go. Sheriff Shaft gets off of the line. Looks like he got a nice clean start. He's going to head into turn... Oh, no! We've got a 3-car pileup in turn 1. That is not the way these guys wanted to start the race. But it'll be fun to watch the comeback story from our top 2 qualifiers. We'll see what they can do here. And Femi Thrustmaster is the beneficiary there. He is in first place, and he's in first place by over a second already. It's a great start for him. Unfortunately, it came at the expense of 3 of our top qualifiers there. Great starts from the Mercedes of Scallon and the Aston Martin of Chaos Druid, up 6 and 8 places respectively. Some close racing there, but it looks like everyone is getting through there cleanly. Femi Thrustmaster really driving away here on lap 1, up by 1.8 seconds already here in Sector 2. Got a close battle for third between H. Ennis and Disgruntled Muppet. Jeffrey makes a pass up into 7th. The Red Bull Dutch goes a little wide. Northern Canuck takes advantage and takes 8th place. There you see the predicted pit stop strategy. So the guys in the medium, we expect to see them in between laps 12 and 16. Guys in the hard can go through lap 20. So it'll be a good mix of strategy. We'll see what guys do. Looks like Dutch has had a bit of an incident. He's around. Looks to not have any damage. Rejoined the race, but in 15th place. Arcognito came in for a pit stop. Assume he probably had a damaged wing that he replaced there, so he'll be well behind everybody else here in 16th place. Oh, and Sheriff Shaft has been passed by Dutch. Not sure what happened there, but looks like his wing is intact, so hopefully there's no damage. It'll be really interesting to see what these guys in the back can do. We've got some really fast guys who have put themselves in a bad spot here at the start, but you've got to have confidence that they can come back and you really make this race exciting. It's definitely a long race. All you need is a safety car here or there, and it could really be anybody's race. Femi Thrustmaster continues to lead. Sets the fastest lap with a 1:28.3. He's up by 3 seconds already, just 2 laps into the race. A really hot start from him. Got a yellow in Sector 3. Don't see anybody losing time at the moment, so not sure what happened. We'll take a quick scroll through here, see if we can figure anything out, but maybe a little too late on my part. Yeah, we had several guys with an interesting start, and they're only 11 seconds off the pace, and this is a long race. They'll have plenty of chances to come back and make something of it. Got a tight battle here for 11th between Ramsey and Baba Yaga and the Haas of Pacegrand. So it looks like Ramsey has gotten 11th, and he is going to try to charge up through the field, it looks like. He's going to set his sights on the McLaren, the King Goose here for 10th place. He's going to take a look here, and I think he's going to get by. Yeah, clean pass for position. Ramsey already up into 10th after that first corner incident. Oh, and it's like King Goose got back by. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. Ramsey just had a rough corner, but Haysgrant also takes advantage. Jeffrey passes Northern Canuck for 7th. Back at the front, Femi Thrustmaster is really just running away with this. 3 laps into the race, he has a 4-second lead on H. Ennis, who has gotten past Shep for 2nd place. Great performance from the Haas so far. Jeffrey sits in 6th place now. He's gotten past Aston Martin, a Chaos Druid. Oh, and we've had an incident. Dookie Hoser is around. Ramsey has also had some sort of trouble. That's unfortunate. Looks like he's trying to make an even greater comeback story out of this race. He's 25 seconds behind. You know, anything can happen. And again, safety cars definitely can change the complexion of the race in a hurry. But he's put himself in a hole here early on. Unfortunately, Sheriff Shaft can't really take advantage in the championship race because he's only one position ahead of Ramsey at the moment. But we've got Shep in third place, who is looking to gain a good haul of points on those guys if things hold up like this. He's going to try to get back around Ennis here if he can. He's looking fast. He's made up time on him. Though both are falling even further behind Femi Thrustmaster. About a 5-second gap between first and second at the moment. Haysgran and King Goose fighting for position. Haysgran appears to be faster, and King Goose is out of ERS, so that's not going to help him in this battle. So Haysgran on the outside here. Will he be able to make it stick? And he does. He's up in the ninth. Looks like disgruntled Muppet. Oh, Shep is around. 80 Shep spun out of third place. He's falling down the order now. Doesn't appear he has any front wing damage, although we can't see the front of his car at the moment very well. He looks to be fine. Keep moving. He's in 12th place. He's back there with Sheriff Shaft and Ramsey, so not a great day for our top 3 in points. Now Femi Thrustmaster is really in position to force his way into the championship battle and possibly end up in second place in points at the end of this race if things hold up the way they are now. Really surprising to see a lot of trouble for some of our fast guys here in Tier 2. As been mentioning throughout the broadcast, Ramsey, Sheriff Shaft, and Shep have been the top guys in this tier speed-wise and points-wise up to this point, but all three run into trouble early on. All were 20 seconds off the pace, and King Goose picks up a 3-second penalty for multiple track limit warnings. So that may hurt his place as this race goes on. We'll have to follow that. Assume it won't be the last penalty that we see someone pick up here. Haysgran has gotten around him for 8th place after his first corner troubles. He's doing a good job of making it back up. Oh, and then Chaos Druid is out of the race. He just spun out of 7th place, hit the wall, and has damaged his car too badly so that he is no longer able to continue. Looks like we've got a full safety car. So, again, these guys that had some troubles early on, the safety car is going to give them a chance to make a comeback story. We'll see what can happen here. Unfortunate for Femi Thrustmaster, who was several seconds up and running away with this race. Now everyone's going to be bunched up right behind him. But good thing for us, as the viewing audience, we're going to get to see some excitement here. Anybody elects to come into the pits, put on some new tires, potentially. Everyone on 5-lap old tires at the moment, except for Cognito, who came in at the end of lap 1. Not seeing anybody take advantage of the safety car to come in and put on tires up front at least. Looks like everyone is content to ride on with what they have. Maybe some of these guys at the back will try something different. So for now, everyone's electing to stick with what they've got. So hopefully we can get this track cleaned up pretty quickly and get back to racing. But we'll wait and see. These guys in the back still have to catch up. to the safety car formation, so probably be a lap or two at least. Be interesting to see what will happen between the guys on the medium tires and the guys on the hard tires. About 6 laps in. I don't think we'll have hit the point where the hards are going to be faster than mediums yet, but we'll probably get there in a few laps. Our top 2 guys, Femi Thrustmaster and H. Ennis, on mediums. Imagine, at least at first, we'll see them drive away, as they had already been driving away before the safety car. But, you know, anything can happen. We definitely want to keep an eye. Some guys further back in the field, we've got fast guys all throughout. Hayesgrand in 7th place. He's already made up a number of spots since his first corner incident. Sheriff Shafts in 10th, 80 Sheps in 11th, and Ramsey in 12th. You would have expected to see those guys up in the top 5, all of them, but they're back here in 10th, 11th, and 12th. Which is unfortunate for them, but good for us as the viewing audience. We might get to see some fireworks here. Looks like the field is all bunched up now. Hopefully we are able to go to green in the next lap. Here on lap 7 of 29. Still a lot of racing to go here in Tier 2. Guys, shuffling position here under safety car. Not exactly sure what's going on there, but it looks like they figured things out. Still waiting for the notification that the safety car is going to come in. Hopefully the safety car does come in at the end of this lap and we can get 21 more laps of green flag racing in. Still shuffling position, 4th and 5th place. So far, King Goose is the only driver to have picked up a penalty. 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. But there's still a lot of racing to go. Assume more drivers will be picking up penalties as well. So we'll see how everything plays out. And there's a notification that the safety car will indeed be coming in at the end of the lap. So we'll see Femi lead them back to the green flag, back to racing again. Definitely been an exciting race so far. No shortage of action out here on the track. We've got 15 drivers still in the race. Unfortunately, Chaos Druid crashed out, which is what brought out this yellow flag and put us under safety car conditions. But we still got 15 guys out on the track. A lot of fast drivers all throughout the field. Really bunched up starting order. So, potential for excitement here. And Femi Thrustmaster is off. And the field follows behind him. Coming through turn 1, nice and clean. Looks like Baba Yaga has gotten past Sheriff Shaft. Oh no, Baba Yaga has actually stopped. I believe he went wide there and elected to let everyone go on by, as opposed to rejoin the track on unsafe conditions. Oh, and Hayesgrand has also run into some trouble here. He's going to be back in 14th. Dutch appears to have also spun out. So, eventful restart there for several guys. But Femi continues to lead. It's up by about 0.7 of a second over H. Ennis, who is another second over Disgruntled Muppet in 3rd. Jeffrey is up to 4th. So we've got Ferraris in 3rd and 4th. We've got Mercedes and Scallon in the Mercedes has overtaken Jeffrey, or has he? Appears they are swapping positions back and forth here, but at the moment we've got Ferraris in 3rd and 4th, Mercedes in 5th and 6th. Northern Canuck in 6th place. This guy really enjoyed racing against in Tier 3 last season. He's a very clean driver, very competitive. He'll fight you hard for possessions, but he'll do it cleanly. Always love to see him have a good day. See if he can get up here into the top 5. He's right behind his teammate at the moment. We've got Sheriff Shaft in the AlphaTauri already up to 8th place. We've got all the Principal Championship competitors in 8th, 9th, and 10th at the moment. And it looks like Dookie Hoser has spun out again. Hasegren has gotten past him. Arcognito appears to have also maybe had a moment there. So he's right in line behind Dookie Hoser. Maybe he can set up a pass here on this long straight. Not a lot of tight battles all the way throughout the field. As we see Arcognito and the Williams make the pass on Dookie Hoser and the AlphaTauri for 13th. Oh, but he goes a little wide there. Looks like he keeps it together well enough to hold on to the place. Heavy Thrustmaster continues to lead. He's up by around a second now. Him and H. Ennis are continuing to run away with this race, and 7 Baba Yaga appears to have run into some trouble. He's slow on the track, but he is going straight now. He's got Dutch behind him, and Dutch is going to make the pass. Baba Yaga's probably taking it easy after spinning so that he doesn't overcook his tires and spin out again. And he's through cleanly so far. Don't think he's going to spin out again, so nice recovery. But he is coming into the pits. I think he may have some front wing damage that he's going to take care of. So we've got our second pit stop of the day. Arcognito coming into the end of lap 1. We'll see what Baba Yaga likes to do here. He's down the pit lane, pulling into his Aston Martin pit stall. And he's going to put mediums on. He'll rejoin the track with medium tires. And there's that front wing change. And got Sheriff Shaft and King Goose battling for 7th place here. Looks like Sheriff Shaft is going to come away with it. And he's pulling up on the guys ahead of him. Maybe take a look for 6th here, and he gets around Jeffrey for 6th. I think Jeffrey may have run into some trouble in that last turn there. Oh, and Scowen and Sheriff Shaft fighting for 5th. Sheriff Shaft is already up into 5th place after the eventful start that he had, so it's definitely a great comeback story so far. You know, a little further back, we've got Ramsey in 8th place. Oh no, he's in 7th place. Jeffrey went wide there. We got Shep still in 10th place, but he is making his way up through the field. See there, he gets another spot as King Goose goes wide. He's in 9th. He cruises past Jeffrey on the outside to take 8th place. And King Goose is going to come into the pit lane. Not King Goose, Jeffrey. Sorry, I was mistaken there looking at the timing board. Jeffrey is going to get rid of those hard tires here on lap 12. Or sorry, he's going to get rid of the medium tires. I'm assuming he's going to switch to the hards. He's putting front wing on. So he is indeed on the mediums with a new wing. So he's going to rejoin the fight here in 14th place. Femi Thrustmaster continues to lead. Now he's up by 2 seconds over H. Ennis. These 2 guys on the medium tires are running away with it at the moment. But we'll see what changes as strategy plays out throughout the remainder of this race. We've got Disgruntled Muppet in 3rd. And a few guys are having moments up here. No, Sheriff Shaft just cleanly passes Northern Canuck for 4th place. So he's really flying up through the field at the moment. Ramsey's up to 6th. He's gotten past Scowen, who I think may have gone wide there on one of the corners a little bit ago. But he is continuing cleanly. Got Shep up in 8th place, and Hasegren in 10th. So, I told you it'd be exciting to watch these guys make their way up through the field, and so far it hasn't been disappointing at all. Sheriff Shaft is just 9 seconds out of the lead, and we still have more than half of the race to go. Hasegren has made his way up to 9th place, passing King Goose, who is coming down pit lane. We are at the point now where guys can switch out of the medium tires, put on the hard tires, and make it the rest of the way safely. Looks like King Goose is going to do just that, and also swap the front wing. Appears he may have sustained some damage within the last couple of laps. So, still showing on my screen as mediums. I believe he had mediums coming in, or maybe I'm just confused. In case I haven't stated this yet, this is my first race commentating, so you know, Piero went dumpster diving for commentators today, and this is what they ended up with. So I'm sure I'm going to continue to make mistakes, and I will apologize for that right now, and probably more throughout this race, but I'm probably better than having no commentator at all, so take what you get, right? Going back up to the front, we've got Femi Thrustmaster still in the lead. He's up by 3 seconds now. He's made it to second just around a lap or so over H. Ennis. And both of them continue to put time in third place. And Arcognito picks up a 3-second penalty for multiple track limits warnings. So that's going to hurt him as he's fighting for 10th place with Dookie Hoser. We've got Hasegran in the medium tires coming down pit road. I would assume he's going to put on hards and go to the end of the race. And we'll see how this plays out. No wing change necessary for this guy. He's going to take his hard tires and rejoin the fight. And it looks like in 13th place. I think Jeffrey's going to get around him here. We got Ramsey up to 5th place now. So several of our guys who had rough starts are really making a race out of this. Northern Canuck in 6th place, Shep up to 7th. Appears our closest battle on the track at the moment is for 9th place between Dookie Hoser and Arcognito. Arcognito's 3-second time penalty notwithstanding. There's our leader coming down pit road. Femi Thrustmaster. And H. Ennis is also on pit road. I believe they will both be putting on hard tires. And there goes Femi. Clean stop, he's away. And H. Ennis is also away. So, for the time being, that puts Disgruntled Muppet in the Ferrari in the lead. So, 1.6 seconds up on Share Shaft. And Jeffrey in the Ferrari has set the fastest lap with 1:28.1 on mediums. He's in 12th place. Went a little wide there, but he does have the fastest lap at the moment to show for it. H. Ennis is passing Dookie Hoser for 8th place, and he is around 5 seconds behind Femi Thrustmaster. So he may have lost a little time in that pit exchange, but nothing crazy. We'll still have a shot to perhaps catch up to Femi if he can make these hard tires work for him. We'll have to see how things work out for these guys and the different compounds of tires. So these guys in the hards, they could go to around 20 laps potentially. With the safety car that we had earlier, that may extend it. Perhaps we could see someone do a hard soft strategy. But for now, we've got 6 guys on hard tires out in front. Looks like Femi Thrustmaster is going to have something to say about that as he fights for 6th place with Scowen with his fresh hard tires. See, he's been fast all day. Maybe he ought to make quick work of this. Oh, and Hasegran with the hard tires takes fastest lap of the race with a 1:27.7. Those tires are a couple laps old, so I believe he's got them worked in now. and they're working nicely for him. He's in 13th place, but he's fast. And here we have Femi Thrustmaster making the pass for 6th place. We did it with the help of DRS, but he did it nonetheless, and he's in 6th place. He's already made a pit stop, but he's only 13.5 seconds out of the lead, so if things hold up, he will definitely retake the lead once our top 5 come down pit road and change tires. And it looks like we've got, looks like Dookie Hoser has lost some time. Dutch has gotten around him. Didn't see what happened there, but he did lose the place. But he's moving cleanly right now, so hopefully nothing happened. The Ferrari Disgruntled Muppet continues to lead the race, but he's got Sheriff Shaft just a second behind him now. And it looks like Scallon on the hard is going to be our first hard tire starter to come down pit road. And assume he's going to swap one of the mediums. He's also swapping a front wing, so he may have had a moment out on the track earlier that I just missed. He's away on the mediums with a new wing in 13th place for the time being. And for the position of the guys on the track, he will be able to hold on to 13th as he exits pit road. But yeah, let's take a ride on board with Sheriff Shaft to see he chases down our leader. He's been fast, making his way up through the field. Less than second behind at the moment. Looks like he's really making up some time. It's just 0.8 of a second. We got a good line through here. 16 lap old hard tires, but he's making the most of them. 0.7 of a second out of the lead. And Ramsey on pit road. A couple of guys following him as well. Got Shep and Northern Canuck. Femi Thrustmaster sets the fastest lap on 3-lap old hard tires. And it looks like from our guys who have come in for tires, Ramsey's going to be the first to get away with the mediums. As Arcognito picks up the 5-second speeding penalty. Ramsey's in 5th place with fresh medium tires. We'll see what he can do with it. He's about 6 seconds behind H. Ennis. So with his medium tires, perhaps he could drive up and take that place away. We'll see what happens. We've got 3 guys who we anticipate having to come in and make further pit stops. It's Sheriff Shaft, Disgruntled Muppet, and Dookie Hoser, all on 17-lap-old hard tires. As you see Dookie there, he's got Hayscran following him on fresher hard tires. He's going to take a look to the inside, and he's going to get by. Hayscran up in 7th place. We've got Disgruntled Muppet and Sheriff Shaft on pit road, putting on medium tires, and they're going to rejoin. But Femi Thrustmaster has taken the lead on his 4-lap-old hard tires. He's up by around 8 seconds over H. Ennis, who is also on the same strategy. Sheriff Shaft will be our first medium runner here. Looks like he's about 4 seconds behind Ennis, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. As we've got Ramsey trying to take advantage as Cher is on his outlap, and Ramsey has gotten by for 3rd place. These guys, along with Hayscran, were around in the first corner of the first lap. They're at the very back of the field. Through some outstanding driving in a safety car, they find themselves up here battling for podium positions. And really great drives from these guys. You see Hayscran is in 6th place, so he's also had a great drive making his way up through the field. So, Ferrari of Jeffrey on 7-lap old medium tires. Looks like he is faster than Hasegren at the moment. Hasegren is out of battery, so maybe I'll make a pass here. Follow along with it for a little while. See what materializes out of this. We've also got 80 Shep just a little bit behind, also joining in this battle. He's on fresh medium tires. Whoa, and Jeffrey gets a little loose there. Shep not going to be able to take advantage, at least in this straight. Oh, and Dutch picks up a 3-second time penalty for track limit warnings. Our penalties as of now, we'll take a look at that. We've got 3 guys with 3 seconds of penalties: Scow, King Goose, and Dutch. Arcognito currently has 8 seconds of penalties, as he picked up a 5-second pit speeding penalty also. Take a look at our movers and shakers throughout the course of this race. We had a lot of changes early on as people, some incidents, and spun around and lost places. But we don't have, if you look at the way things are running now, they haven't really changed a lot from the starting order. Our biggest mover, at least moving forward, has been H. Ennis, who was up 4 places from 6th into 2nd. We also have Arcognito further back, who has made his way from 15th to 11th. And Dookie Hoser makes his way around King Goose for 13th. Looking at guys who have lost places, no big losers, at least at the moment. Dutch has lost 4 places, he's down to 12th. Sheriff Shaft and Hasegren have each lost 3 places, but they're both still well within the top 10 at the moment. And Ramsey is only 2 seconds behind H. Ennis for 2nd at the moment. It's really making those medium tires work for him. He's got Sheriff Shaft just behind him, also on the medium tires. We'll see if they decide to try to hold off from battling each other until they can make it up and battle for 2nd place, or if they're going to just go ahead and battle with each other here for 3rd. We have a yellow in Sector 2. It looks like there's a Ferrari who has stopped. It is not Disgruntled Muppet. It is Jeffrey. Jeffrey is around, and we have a full course caution. I believe we have a virtual safety car. Notice Jeffrey backs into the wall kind of harshly there, and his front wing is completely gone, so you'll be seeing him on pit road here at the end of this lap. We'll see if this virtual safety car bunches things up at all. Sometimes the virtual safety cars make a difference, and sometimes they don't make much of a difference. We got Femi up 10 seconds on H. Ennis. He'll be glad to see that this stays a virtual safety car and doesn't become a full safety car. S7 Baba Yaga in 15th, just on the tail end of the lead lap at the moment. This virtual safety car may allow him to make up some time and secure his spot. Oh, and Arcognito gets a drive-through penalty for speeding in the virtual safety car. That's in addition to the 8 seconds of penalties he's already picked up. Got a couple of guys who have decided to come in under this virtual safety car and make a pit stop. We got Jeffrey the Ferrari, King Goose and the McLaren. They're both going to put on soft tires, take those soft tires to the end. So I don't know that this virtual safety car has ended already, it looks like, so I don't know that they'll have a chance to make their way back up and fight for positions, but if we get some more excitement, perhaps another virtual safety car or full safety car, they may be putting themselves in a good position here. We've got 80 Shep battling with Hasegren for 6th place now. Right now, Hasegren the Haas has it, and Shep in the Red Bull is following. He's closing in. he's going to be able to do anything with him right here at this section of the track, but he is following closely. He could set himself up for something here in a little bit. Oh, and Shep just goes a little wide there and picks up a 3-second time penalty. Don't want to see that. Northern Canuck is coming down pit road. Looks like he's going to put on softs here. Can't tell if he's got any wing damage. It looks like... So that may have been a drive-through penalty. He didn't actually stop. So he rejoins the track in 10th place. King Goose picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. We'll take a look at our penalty situations. We've had a number of guys pick up penalties here in the last little bit. We got multiple 3-second time penalties. 80 Shep in 6th place with the 3-second penalty. Although he is currently 10 seconds up on Hayspring. Hayspring must have had some trouble somewhere on the track. That 3-second penalty may not affect Shep all that much. We've also got Scowen with a 3-second penalty. We've got Arcognito who has a drive-through penalty, and I believe he also has 8 seconds of penalties in addition to that, which are not showing up on the penalty board. We've got Dutch with a 3-second time penalty, as Dookie Hoser is passing him, so that'll render that penalty more or less irrelevant if Dookie Hoser can hold on. And King Goose in the McLaren in 13th has 6 seconds of time penalties. He has Jeffrey just 3 seconds behind him, so those penalties may become a factor here at the end. We'll move along back up to the front of the field as Femi Thrustmaster continues the lead. He's 12 seconds out in front at the moment. Oh, as we've just had a battle for second materialize here. As the guys on the medium tires have caught up to H. Ennis. Ramsey, well, the 3 wide here. We'll see what happens. Ennis goes a little wide to give them room. Both the guys on the medium tires, Shaft and Ramsey, are through. Second and third. Not where you would have expected to see them perhaps after the start of this race, but they've both really made the best of things. And great comebacks for both of them to put themselves in podium positions. And they're going to have themselves a great little battle here throughout the rest of this race as they fight for second. I don't think they'll be able to catch Femi Thrustmaster as he's 12 seconds up. But they will be able to have a great little fight amongst themselves for second place as Jeffrey picks up a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. And here you see second, third, and fourth. Shaft, Ramsey, and H. Ennis. Right now Shaft may be pulling away a little bit. He's about 9/10 up on Ramsey. Ramsey's going to fight hard and give him all he's got. Move on down and take a look at the fight for 10th. Right now Dookie Hoser is in 10th place. Dutch is half a second back, although he does have 3 seconds of time penalties, so he will need to try to make this pass and try to pull away by 3 seconds, or hope that Dookie Hoser also picks up a penalty. It's going to be tough. It looks like Dutch is out of battery, but he is maintaining a good gap. He may be able to get by here. It's the closest battle on the track at the moment, other than the battle for second. We'll go on board with Ramsey as he chases down Shaft. Appear to be matching each other as far as pace goes. It does appear that one has a great deal more pace than the other. And looking at the interval to the lead, not changing an awful lot. They're closing slowly, but it's not going to be nearly enough. As we're in the last 4 laps of this race, Femi Thrustmaster, this has been his race from start to finish, ever since that first lap contact occurred. Ramsey drops a couple of tenths behind Cher. Looks like he's going to be able to stay within DRS range at least. So we'll see how much time he can make up here in the straight. Sheriff Shaft has participated in 4 races this season. He's finished second in all of them. And here we are again, Sheriff Shaft in second place. Is he destined to be the bridesmaid of this season? Well, it's probably too early to say that, but so far he's had second place on lock. And we have a yellow in sector 1. Looks like that's a Williams around. That's Arcognito. A bad day gets worse for him. He served his drive-through. He still has 8 seconds of penalties. They're going to be applied here at the end of the race. As King Goose gets around. And those 8 seconds of penalties may be a factor here, as Jeffrey is only a further 2 seconds behind him. We'll move on back to our leader here, Femi Thrustmaster. Follow along with him for a little bit. He's only got a few laps left. He's 11 seconds up. Barring catastrophe, this is his race. Hopefully the commentator's curse does not come into effect here. Would hate to do that to somebody. But he's driven an outstanding race. Definitely deserves the win. Closes in on Baba Yaga. He's in 15th place, tail end of the lead lap. With only a few laps left, hopefully Baba Yaga can hold on and keep it on the lead lap. I believe he may be able to do so. The race for second place has not changed an awful lot. Sheriff Shaft is still up by 7/10 of a second on Ramsey. And those guys with their medium tires making great pace. Ramsey is now 6 seconds above H. Ennis, who they both just passed a couple laps ago. Looks like we've got a battle materializing for 4th, though, as H. Ennis is being followed closely by Disgruntled Muppet. Only 4/10 of a second back. And you see A.D. Shep also coming into the picture. He does have 3 seconds of time penalties, but you never know, he may be able to get those waived by the stewards, depending on how they were earned. So, assume he's still going to take a look and try to battle these guys. Wouldn't expect anything less. We now have just 2 laps to go. Femi Thrustmaster continues to lead by over 10 seconds. As Ramsey has closed in a little bit on Sheriff Shaft. It's just 3/10 of a second behind. He got really close there in the corner. And he's going to have DRS here. He may be able to do something about it. He's closing in a hurry. He's going to take a look. No, he thinks better of it. And he'll try it again here on the next turn. Next straight, sorry. He didn't get to that turn quite as well as Sheriff Shaft did, so he's going to be starting from a little farther back as he makes the charge. He's not able to get him there. But he still has the remainder of this lap, and one more after that to try to get around him for second place. We'll go back to our battle for 4th. H. Ennis still over Disgruntled Muppet just by 4/10 of a second at the moment. Disgruntled Muppet closes in a little. You'll see A.D. Shep closing up on him. Oh, and Northern Canuck has gotten around his Mercedes teammate Scowen for 7th place. Although Scowen does have the 3 seconds of time penalties, so he was already in 7th as it stands. Dookie Hoser in 10th place. Got Dutch in 11th. Those guys have been around each other pretty much the entire race. Dutch does have those 3 seconds of time penalties. Oh, and Northern Canuck is around. That's very unfortunate. So he'll get it back going here, but he loses position to Hayscran. It looks like he'll hold on to 9th for the time being. Don't see any wing damage, so he's going to continue on. And we're in the final lap here, so we'll join up with our leader, Femi Thrustmaster, who has led this race from start to finish ever since the lap 1 turn 1 incident that gave him the lead. He's still 10 seconds up. The guys behind him with the medium tires have not been able to make anything of it. They're at the end of their stint. We're at the point where the hard tires are faster. And here comes Femi Thrustmaster through the final corner, and he takes the win, and he sets the fastest lap on the last lap of the race with old hard tires. So, very impressive performance all around. And we've got Sheriff Shaft holding on for second ahead of Ramsey. So, great comebacks from those two to finish second and third after what happened early in the race. Very impressive. That's why these guys are first and second in the standings. We got Disgruntled Muppet holding on for fourth in the Ferrari. 8 Ennis fifth in the Haas. Had an 80 Shep 6th place in the Red Bull. Another 20 seconds back, we've got Scallon, currently in 7th place. He goes a little wide there, but he does not pick up an additional time penalty. He will hold on for 7th. Hasegran, 8th place. Northern Canuck in 9th. Dookie Hoser in 10th. Dutch in the Red Bull in 11th. Oh, and Jeffrey was in position to pick up 12th with time penalties, but he spins around, so King Goose and the McLaren will hold on. S7 Baba Yaga gets around Jeffrey and takes 13th in the final corners, but we'll see if he holds on. We've got King Goose and the McLaren rounding the finish line, around the final corner and crossing the finish line now. He does indeed take 12th place. Baba Yaga in the Aston Martin. It's going to be 13th. Oh no, he's actually 12th due to time penalties on the McLaren. And the Ferrari is our final finisher. Great, exciting race. But a lot of interesting things happen from start to finish. As you see, Dookie Hoser takes driver of the day. And there's your winner, Femi Thrustmaster, the Williams driver. Again, 2nd place, Sheriff Shaft, the AlphaTauri. 3rd place, Ramsey in the Alpine. Great comebacks from those guys. But this race was Femi Thrustmaster's from start to finish. Amazing performance. Really from all of the top 3. Femi for the start to finish domination. Ramsey and Sheriff Shaft for the great comebacks after early adversity. So we'll take a look at our final finishing order here. Again, got Femi Thrustmaster, Sheriff Shaft, and Ramsey on the podium. Great performances from a lot of drivers all throughout the field. Unfortunately, Chaos Druid had some trouble early on and didn't finish the race, but everyone else was able to make it to the finish. Scroll through our incidents in the race director. See if the stewards need those later on. Great drive from a lot of people. Femi Thrustmaster, this was Femi's race from start to finish. And incredibly, Femi was able to pick up the fastest lap on old hard tires on the last lap of the race. So, dominant performance. Well-deserved win, and the points for fastest lap. This has been Tar Heels 48 for Performance Racing League. Hope you all enjoyed the race. I certainly did. And thanks for sticking with the brand new commentator as they made their way through their first race. Hope it wasn't too painful for you all. But I'm glad and honored that I was able to present this great race to you all. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Next week, I believe we're in Canada for round 7. So, see you all later. Thanks for tuning in.